God had made man in his image, to keep him company and look after the world. But God felt sorry for Adam. None of the animals is really like him, thought God. He needs someone to share in his life, someone to care for him, and he can care for too. That night God made a woman. When Adam awoke the following morning, he found a wife, Eve, lying asleep beside him. Adam was so happy. He took her hand and she woke up, and she looked at him and smiled. God told the woman and man that it was their job to take care of their new home. God blessed them, saying, "All of this is for you. Help yourself to anything you like, but never touch the tree in the middle of the garden. That tree gives you knowledge of good and evil. The day you eat the fruit, you will die." God did not mean that Adam and Eve would drop dead at the moment they ate the fruit from the tree. He meant that in time they would die without his spirit dwelling in them. One day Eve was gathering berries for dinner when she heard a silky voice behind her. "Has God told you that you can eat the fruit from any tree?" the voice asked softly. Eve turned around to see a snake talking to her. "God had told us we can eat the fruit of any tree except for what grows on the tree of knowledge of good and evil," Eve told the serpent. "Oh, come now, that's silly. I hardly think such a lovely fruit would do you any harm," the serpent lied. "God knows that if you eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, you will become just like God, and will be able to decide for yourself what is right and what is wrong." The woman looked at the fruit and thought how tasty it looked. She thought how wonderful would it be to be as wise and powerful as God. She believed the serpent's lie and ate the fruit. She felt strange in the pit of her stomach. She fidgeted and wondered what was wrong with her. Suddenly she realized that she was feeling guilty. She had disobeyed God, and knew what she did something wrong. Eve hurried and picked up some more fruit and took it back to Adam. He ate the fruit, and they sat in gloomy silence. As soon as they had ate the fruit, it had changed them both. They became unhappy and feared of God. Adam and Eve heard God calling them. Without thinking, they dived behind the bushes, but God knew where they were. When God asked them if they had eaten from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, he had told them not to touch. They blamed each other for their sins. God was sad for Adam and Eve had disobeyed him. He told them they had to leave the Garden of Eden, and from now on you'll have to scratch a living from the soil. You'll need to make clothes and grow food. Nothing will come easily, not even childbirth, and one day you will die.